Good evening, everybody. I'm back home. I don't know if any of you guys noticed I've been gone. So sorry that I haven't been on YouTube on a regular basis like I used to be. It's just because I went on vacation for a week. I had another project I was working on. I'm just trying to declutter my space. So I went to Spring Hill, Nova Scotia for about 2 weekends in a week just for fun. But I'm back home and my weight has gone up 5 pounds. I'm down 2. So I'm not, well, actually, according to my records, I'm 4 pounds up. So I went up 5, down 2, up, down, up, down. So, you know, yo-yo. I should have a yo-yo. Heather is a yo-yo. So anyways, where my mind has been, and I want to talk to you guys about food addiction. I see hair, like I got this long hair in my eyes. Today's topic is food addiction. And I get a lot of people saying they join various programs. They join Weight Watchers, they're on keto, and there's some kind of apps on your phone you can do. And like I said, I'm on Fitbit, but it's just for my daily, I'm very competitive, to get my daily steps in against my brother and his friends. And I actually won it the other week because when you want to lose weight, here's the formula. You need to watch what you eat. Like, let's give, for example, no second servings. You only need one. Really, you want to lose weight? You want to gain weight? Eat a second plate. How's that for you? When you want to go back for seconds, slow down when you eat. Have some water, right, with your meal. Give up pop. I gave up pop in 1999. So we got to watch what we eat. We got to eat from the Canada's Food Guide, right? You got to have some fruit in there, some veggies, you know, maybe some nuts or something like that. Depends on, again, how you want to enjoy your healthy lifestyle, right? You can eat almost anything you want, providing that it's homemade, because you know what ingredients go in your meals, right? So when you eat out, where was I at? I ate out in a Chinese food restaurant because my favorite treat when I want to treat myself is Singapore noodles. Don't ask me why. I just like it. Just can't get enough of it. So anyway, so I saved all the leftovers and I put them in meals. And when I reheated it up in the microwave, it was a lot of grease and oil at the bottom. It's like, no wonder it tastes so delicious. They must have a whole cup of butter in it. And olive oil and avocado oil, coconut oil, whatever they're putting into it, I'm buying. Oh my goodness. Food addict. Hello, me. And so anyway, so you need to move. Our bodies are designed to move, aren't they? And all I do is walk. I do 10,000 steps a day, and every Friday I take off. And I give myself a reward meal. The only problem with this past week is it went all out the window. I've been having fun, not exercising, eating out, you know, and my life got busy, but really, is it really that busy? I say it's busy, like I can't find the time to cook. How many are guilty of that? Okay, raise your hand. Are you guilty? Are you guilty thinking you don't have time? Well, when you do meal planning, it's so easy. And you know what? I'm so guilty. I'm actually going to eat the frozen food that I put aside in my freezer because when I make my food prep, which is like usually traditionally people food prep, it's on Sunday. I make like anywhere from like 12 to 16 meals, and I eat 2 of them a day. I eat one for lunch and one for supper, and I do it that way because I know what it's like to prepare to lose weight. Okay, now let's talk about food addicts. I will throw that away in the compost if a friend of mine says, "Hey, you want to go to Tim's?" Hey, it's like, oh gosh, it's lunchtime. We need to eat. I make mistakes because I'm hungry. Does any of this stuff here sound familiar to you? Okay. When you're a food addict, I'm following it. I'm taking these classes now, which I really, really love. And they didn't have a meeting in January, and I'm just so hurting because, man, I fell off the bandwagon. Is that what they call it? Bandwagon? I fell off the wagon, right? Because I'm a food addict. I'm just trying to look at my, I fell off. I've been off since February 1st. Today's the 11th. 10 days? 11 days? And reason why I did is because when I went away for over a week, I just, I had trouble like with my food. it was just excuse after excuse after excuse. And then I got into being a food addict. I got into eating my potato chips and dip. And here's the thing. I can eat a whole large family-sized bag of chips. So when you think about being a food addict, you start thinking chips, 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 plays in your head. So then when you're a food addict, you start thinking about it. You say, I'm not gonna eat it. No, I'm not gonna eat it. And then you think about, wow, it's like after supper, my supper's settling down, I'm starting to feel hungry. And instead of that time frame where I told you that you have to have your body digest the food and help you lose weight, if you eat between these two, you're not going to lose weight. So that's what I've been experiencing of late. And I got not angry at myself, but I knew I was off. I knew I was off, and these videos do keep me on track. But where I fell off when I knew I was off track is that I knew because I wasn't eating right. I was allowing myself more than my servants. You know, I was eating. Here's the thing, I call it sumo wrestler diet. People says, oh, I don't have breakfast, I skip breakfast. Well, that's what they do to get sumo wrestlers to gain weight. They have them skip breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Now, I just have cereal. It's nothing exciting about that. The old me, I used to always have toasted milk, but I don't have that anymore. And I have cereal. The other day, like I said, I don't even put milk in my cereal. Because like I said, I'm trying to get off cow's milk, and it's hard. And I thought I could get off cheese, and that's probably the hardest thing to give up in your life. But I've been trying milk alternatives, and I'm not really digging them, but I think each one has a purpose, or you have to get used to it, so I'm not quite there yet with it. So I'll have my coffee black. I had my cereal the other day with water, and I ran out of my good cereal, so I was eating my son's cereal. And let me tell you, when you have cereal with water, all the sugar falls off of it, and it's all in the water. It's disgusting, but you know what? I ate it. Because like I said, I got to get my most important meal of the day in. So when I think about food addiction, it plays on your mind. When you start thinking, I'm going to go down to the garage because the grocery store is open, and you're not hungry, that's where food addiction lies. Like, you're like a train wreck. Like, you can't stop yourself from doing it. It's like you even, it's my cat bugging me, you actually try to talk yourself out of it. But when you get in your car and you drive down there and you come back with them, like, that's it. Food won. And so the food has been getting to me. And so I weighed myself this morning. My camera, for the first time in my life, my phone didn't have any battery. And I usually take daily photos off of it. So now I got to take a picture off this note, because what I do is I write everything down in my book here. So that's why I'd say, welcome to day 41 of a 106-day journey. So there's still a lot of days to go. In a way, I was thinking, it's so early. I won a weight loss competition the last 2 weeks one time. It was unbelievable how easy it is to lose weight. And you're like, no, it's not. And I can recognize people on what level they are on their journey. Because when I was morbidly obese, when I was a size 3X, I went to a nutritionist for 2 years. And she was like, let me see your food journal. She goes, well, you can't have French fries. I'm like, what? Did you just tell me I can't have French fry? And she goes, no. I said, but I need French fries. I'm not going to give them up. I said, why don't you tell me how many French fries I can eat? And she's like, 10. 10 French fries. 10 French fries. What is that, like children small at McDonald's? She says, yes. And for me, for my height, and I'm not even 5'5", like 5'4" 3/4, and I think I shrunk a little bit. She would tell me for supper that I could have a McDonald's Happy Meal. That's the size burger and a small fries, right? And now they got cookies, or you can get a toy. And I always got the toy because I didn't want the cookies, right? My sons, they didn't like the cookies, but they ate them for a while. I was giving them all my cookies, right? So I was out, and even actually when I was in Weight Watchers, my reward was to go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal. And for 50 cents extra, you can make that little burger like a Mac, and ask them about it, right? If that was your thing. And that was my thing. I love takeout food. That's what made me fat. So I'm ordering Happy Meal like a freaking idiot, right? And I I had so many toys. I think I had like 30 of them. I would make these gift bags for Halloween. I wouldn't open them. I had boy, girl on them, and I tried to get the neutral. You can even get baby toys there. And I would give them away for Halloween in the bags for my nieces and nephews and anybody who I recognized that came to my door. It's my little bit special. I had like a little bag, and I put them in paper bags for lunch because I've always taken my own lunch to work. But that's what the nutritionist told me. And so it was a real eye-opener. And that was, gosh, how many years ago was that? 23 years ago that I found out that that's about the size of a meal that somebody should have. And so the problem that we're having with food addiction, I'm here to almost tell you it's not your fault. What happens is we overeat. I actually measure my food. And I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, instead of getting like plates of food, I get my Singapore noodles, and you can get, beef and broccoli rice, whatever, chow mein, egg rolls. And I walked down and said, wow, that was a lot of money. It was like up to $50. I looked about it like, that's a lot of food for two of us. She goes, well, it's for a family of 4. Let that sink in. There's 2 of us. We have enough food for a family of 4. And then we have enough maybe for a second meal. Maybe. Like when I was in my game eating all I'm eating, I would just give it my all and just walk out of there and feeling like I'm having a belly buster. And what was so interesting about that is I kind of went back and took a look at her. Family of 4. So no wonder we're overweight. We're a family of 2. Usually I don't eat alone. I got a friend with me all the time, right? And my sons don't eat a whole lot of that stuff. I just never raised them on that, right? So here I am eating it. I go eating out and cook for them at home. That's where I'm at. Confession time by Heather Kay. And so I hope my son doesn't watch this video or somebody don't rat me out. But they like their fun food. My son one time told his father that I had no food in the house. It's like, man, what are you trying to do? Get children's services after me? He said, when I got no food in the house because they had no instant food in the house. They want everything microwave, and when I would cook for them, right? So, I mean, I don't cook very well, but it was enough to cook them their fun food, right? Now they don't eat veggies, and it was all my fault. So that day about the meal size, it's small. It's like they have quarter pounders. Now, if you're a man like my son who's a giant, who's 6'8", you can have a bigger burger or 2, right? And and there's nothing wrong with a burger. And you know what? I even learned that you could, back in the day, you could order a burger and not have a bun on it, right? So there's lots of ways to cut back on your meal. So somebody says, well, just eat 80% of your meal on your plate. Well, I'm not a person who wastes food. I'm like those little signs you see on the restaurant, eat what you take and take what you eat. So you got to be conscientious to what a serving size looks like for somebody with your height and weight, right? And I shouldn't say weight, for your height, right? Because, don't give me that you're big bone. Like, I'm figuring x-ray anybody. I think we all got relatively the same size bones. Like, I just don't get this whole big bone theory. You're big because you overeat, right? I think The Biggest Loser one time on TV x-rayed somebody who says, I got big bones. Like they were blaming their weight loss on big bones. So they x-rayed them and they showed them, this is your body. Here's your bones. Show us where the bones are big. Like compared to an average person. It's like, whatever fills your boat, as they say, like that fills your head. And this is why this is the biggest mind game. I fell off. I enjoyed it. And actually, what's so interesting is when you move towards healthy foods, I told you about like superfoods, for instance, your body, it can actually make you feel 10 years younger. But when you have, when you start eating garbage, you feel like a garbage can. So I'm not enjoying these times I'm falling off and going back to my old eating style. I wake up like a hangover, but with food, it's just toxic. And here's the other thing I'm guilty of. Like I said, I need to get my bangs cut. I'm not getting them cut till the 18th, next Monday. I should get them. I'm trying to hang in there. My hair. I don't want to talk about my hair. So anyway, oh shoot, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn that off. So when it comes down to serving sizes, you shouldn't never have to go back for seconds. And you should really be thinking to have your food groups on there, right? You got to have more veggies. That's got to be 50% of your plate. Seriously, or more. And so you got to have all the food groups. And I've been watching these vegan videos, and the thing is that milk, I don't think it's in the New Canada Food Guide, and I'm going to have to go do my research. Somebody mentioned it to me, and I seen it the other day, and I didn't get it because I thought I knew the Canada Food Guide, but it changed. And anybody who's American, like I said, I'll try to get a copy. I'll go to the health center and see if I can get one of the copy of the new food guide. And it might have been an American channel that I was watching, so there's something about that. And so I could be wrong, but I thought I heard. I found that intriguing because if it's the what do you call it, the industry, the farming industry, trying to tell us that we have to have milk for our bones for calcium. One thing I learned about a vegan diet is everything you have is in veggies. Like you want B12, like eat some broccoli. Like there's more veggies, or there's veggies that are better than others. And I'm not going to go into those conversations because, I mean, if you want, you tell me if you want to know more on the food and the veggie and the glycemic index. I mean, I'll talk about that. So anyway, so today I just feel like I'm back. I'm back home, hopefully back on track, away from all of the stuff that kind of lures me in. Heather, why don't you go eat out? Well, you're too busy. All that stuff. So anyways, I had fun. I'm back home. I don't feel too good. My water consumption is not where it should be. How many did I have today? 3, 4, 5? Five's slow for me. I'm trying to get 6 to 8, but 5's better because when I first started this journey, I was only drinking 3 cups of water a day because I was drinking too much coffee. Oh, I did have more. I forgot. I actually started drinking peppermint tea in the evening, so that gives me 2 more cups of water because peppermint tea or green tea, black, it actually counts as a water. Coffee doesn't count as a water, but tea does. Sorry, just ramble on, going on and on and on. It's just I want to talk to you guys about food addiction, and that's going to be my theme until I'm done talking about it. So press like and subscribe. See you real soon. Maybe tomorrow.